It's over almost in the blink of an eye, just a tick over 12 seconds, but that's all it takes for someone to write their name into the history books here at Central Park. Hello everyone and welcome back for the final of the Australia Post Stawell gift, the 125th running, and it looks as though it should be a favourites gift. But Chris Perry, the 1982 winner, rejoins me in commentary. Have you seen anything in the semi-finals that indicate that Adrian Mott is not still a hot favourite?
Well, in the semi-final, Adrian didn't get a great start, and I think that with the very fast starters of Robinson and Buchanan around him, that might be an area that is going to provide a tight contest.
Why don't we recap then the semi-finals, take a look at the first of them, and in the first of the semis, the veteran Evan King, the 35-year-old out of pink.
Well, off 10 1/4 metres, he's got a great start. At the 70 metres, he's got that field covered. Boyle in the green starts to make a move, but Evan King is into another Stawell gift final.
And he will have the experience of having been there and done that. We go on to semi-final number 2. The man to watch here, Andrew Mullen, on the left of your picture in black.
And he has done what a good pro runner is supposed to do. He's used his handicap, he's off 11 metres in the black, and he's said, catch me if you can. And if he does that in the final, that's what it's all about.
There won't be any tactics involved. It'll just be get out and go from the 11-metre mark. On to semi-final number 3. Keep your eye on Chris Toohey out of white. His 4th gift final coming up.
And this is where he's used all his experience over the last 3 years, being able to overcome the blue, which is Ryan Hoffman. And you can see just at the last 10, 15 metres, he's got in front, tongue out, hands down. He's very excited.
And I wonder how much that experience will count for in the final. On to semi-final number 4. Keep your eye out for the beach sprinter, Brett Robinson in green.
Well, as a beach sprinter, he's going to be quick, and he's got a very, very fast start. Peter O'Dwyer in the black, and then the red, Adam Miller. This is a great semi-final. Robinson just trying to get over top of Peter O'Dwyer and just got there in the end.
He did get there with a lunge, and so many of these semi-finals have been really tight. We might be in for a tight final. Rod Buchanan from white here in semi-final number 5 is hoping not.
Well, this is a good semi-final because he's got out fast. The Vidler in the yellow and Burgess in the red. They've all put up a great run and he just got there, Buchanan.
And it certainly seemed that the most impressive and definitely the quickest was Adrian Mott, the 20-year-old from Essendon, coming out of blue in semi-final number 6.
Mark Ladbrook in the yellow is not noted for his quick starts, and he did take some space off Mott, but he's got to the halfway line and he's actually turned the afterburners on, away he goes.
So there are the semi-finals. Adrian Mott certainly still the favourite. Let's have a look at the lineup for the gift final, and it is an intriguing race in prospect. We have 4 runners so close in Buchanan, Toohey, Mott and Robinson, with only 2 metres between them, and the men that they'll be chasing will be Evan King and Andrew Mullen out of the green and the pink. So it looks like being an intriguing final. Summing up, he's still the favourite, but not a lay-down misere, Adrian Mott.
Not as confident as Saturday. He's come back to the field a little bit, but he is still the favourite.
Now, Chris, in just a moment, we're going to have a little treat for you, a reenactment going back to 1878, which you should have been involved in, but we'll touch on that in a while. Australia Post, of course, are wonderful sponsors here. We wouldn't be here without them, and Ian Cohen has a very special guest with him right now.
Yes, thanks very much, Peter. Indeed, I do. Of course, Australia Post have been terrific supporters of the Stawell gift, and with me now is Peter Lavis, who's the commercial manager for Victoria and Tasmania. And Peter, Aussie Post and Easter and Stawell gift, they all just go hand in hand, don't they?
Ian, we're very pleased. This is our 12th year as naming rights sponsor for the gift, and it's a measure of our commitment to regional Australia, and we're very pleased and very proud to be here.
Terrific too to have Stawell rising from the ashes of the bushfires.
Oh, look, just looking around the ground, seeing the crowd here today, it's really good. And you know, having this off the back of those devastating bushfires and our commitment to it, I think is terrific.
Well, on behalf of everyone, thanks for your commitment and for Australia Post.
Thanks, Ian.
Peter Lavis, the commercial manager for Victoria and Tasmania here at Australia Post. But the surprise you were talking about, Peter, well, follow me this way, because I can tell you that the old man's race is about to get underway, and you're looking at the prize pool right here. 2 pigs. There's 1 pig for first place, 1 pig for second place, and the sheep, well, that's third place. I don't know why the sheep got such a bad rap, but they're the prize pool for the old man's race, where you do apparently have a butcher on hand if one of the winners wants to take home his cut of the bacon, so to say. But the sheep, of course, and the pig are on hand, and they are first, second and third prize. way back in 1878, the old man's race was won by a man by the name of Pearson. That's all we know about him. It was just entered in the historic record books here at Stawell as Pearson winning. He took home the pig. Second and third place, as I said, the sheep and also another pig as well. So you're looking at it, it's not quite $40,000 that they're going to race for on the Australia Post Stall gift, but the pig and the sheep will go home with someone. But I'm sure, Peter, we're going to hear the sound of maybe a couple of snapping hamstrings before we get into a bar or maybe an oink with the old man's race coming up.
Quite possibly Ian Cohen down there with three of his new best friends. Paul Singleton in the old man's race comes off scratch. Greg O'Keefe off 1 metre. Scott Antonich 2 metres. A pass winner. Tore his hamstring in 97. I hope he doesn't do it again here. Mark McDowell from 10 metres. Paul Young from 12 metres, the 85 winner. And Dale Millard, the grandson of W.J. Millard, the inaugural winner, and the father of Daniel Millard, the winner in 1997, goes out of grey. Chris Perry, you're supposed to be down there. Why aren't you?
Well, I'd be more worried about the second bang that after Murray McPherson let them go, which would be my hamstrings. And
you didn't train for this, did you?
I went for a run around the Botanical Gardens and got about a quarter of the way up Anderson Street Hill, and that was the end of me.
So they're calling it the old man's race. Greg O'Keefe, what about him? He won the 200 here in 1985. He's the man in white, by the way. And then 20 years later, last year, he won the 400. So here we go, and the man in pink, Paul Young, got a fair start. Dale Millard leads at the moment. Mark McDowell in yellow coming through. Now what about the blue? Scott Antonich coming through, and Paul Singleton, the red, and Greg O'Keefe. They're going to go across the line together. I don't know. I do not know. We're going to have to call for a photo there. Anyone of about 3 could have won this.
Well, I think we could probably even have the betting stewards on hand too, because
I wouldn't be surprised.
it was all a bit of great fun, and they look resplendent on mine. Joan McPherson has done an absolutely marvellous job with the outfits, and Singleton, he just burned out of the blocks there. It was frightening how fast he got out.
Paul Young had the white flag up there.
Yeah, well, Young before he won the Stall gift in '85, he probably wore a lot of that outfit. And Dale Millard's done a string, and then a blanket finish across the road.
Oh, maybe the blue.
I reckon it's a triple dead heat. They'll all have to share the pigs and the sheep.
Yes, and Ian Cohen said it was a bad rap for the sheep running third. But if you like roast lamb compared to roast pork, well, it's not really a bad rap, is it?
Well, you can't. There's no bad prize in that field.
Now they've given it to the red here in Paul Singleton, I think, the 84 winner who won in 11.95 off 5 metres, but it could have been any one of the three. But it's great to have that reenactment. As Ian Cohen said, back in 1878 they had a boys' race, a walk, a members' race, a hurdle race, and that won the old man's race, and it's great to have it reenacted here. And here it is in replay again. Did the red get there? It could have been a triple dead heat.
I think there'll be a few beers at the hotel tonight to discuss that.
So Mark McDowell and Scott Antonich and Paul Singleton going across the line together. It's quite possible they might even all get the same time there. And Greg O'Keefe, we touched on that remarkable achievement of his in winning 20 years after his first victory here at Stawell.
Well, I'm not sure they actually turned the egg timer off when they were going to have that for the timing of that.
Well, we're going to have a look at the results after the break, but the atmosphere is building. The last-minute preparations being completed now for the 125th running of this famous race, the Australia Post Stall gift. It's coming up from Central Park on the other side of this break.
And welcome back to Central Park. We're in the middle of the betting ring at the moment, and in that old man's race, we're yet to find out who will go home with the sheep or the 2 pigs, because that is at the moment a triple dead heat with officials still going through the photo finish. But I can tell you the winner of the stall gift will go home with this, the W.J. Millard Perpetual Cup. It's an absolute beauty, along with $40,000 thanks to Australia Post. And let's have a chat to John Henry here in the bookmakers ring. And John, what about the odds? Let's go through them while you're just doing a bit of business there. What have we got? All the money for Mott?
Early doors, but he looks like he's over the post. The rest are running for second as usual, Ian. Buchanan at 7 to 1, Toohey at 20s, Robinson at 6s, King at 12s, Mullins at 20s, but it's all Mott, and nobody wants to really back anybody to beat him today. So you might as well go and give him the cup now, mate.
Thanks very much, John. Watch yourself up there. The cup, well, John thinks it might be going to Adrian Mott, the man coached by the 1991 winner Steve Brimacombe, and we'll find out, Peter, in just a moment.
It certainly appears that way, Ian. There is the lineup. Rod Buchanan, 6.5 metres, a finalist in 1997. Chris Toohey in his fourth final, runner-up in 2004, fifth in 2003 and 2005 from 7 metres. Adrian Mott, the favourite, 20 years of age from Essendon, coached by the 91 winner Steve Brimacombe, comes off 7.25. Brett Robertson, the beach sprinter in yellow, 8.5. Evan King, runner-up in 97 behind Daniel Millard, and also fourth in 2004 from 10.25 metres in green. And Andrew Mullen trains himself. He's now a coach. He comes out of pink, 11 metres. That is the lineup for the Australia Post Stawell Gift Final. Chris Perry, you've been there and you've done that. How would these 6 men be feeling right at this moment?
Well, the nerves will be jangling and they'll be just trying to focus. It's a little bit blustery here today. The winds are coming from, seems to be swirling around the park. It's a little bit cold, but these guys will be just trying to focus on what they've got to do.
What would Steve Brimacombe have told that man there, the 20-year-old, the youngest man in the field, about getting caught up in the moment? Is he telling him to enjoy it and soak it in as well as just not going over the top?
Well, I think he would be telling him just to listen for the gun, just focus, just put everything out of your mind and just focus on what you've got to do. Run down those lone ropes and look straight ahead. And the secret is to look at the fence, not look at the tape, look at the fence, which is 40 metres beyond.
Murray McPherson, the familiar voice here at Stawell, is about to issue the instructions to the 6 runners. Buchanan's been here before, Toohey's been here before, Robinson's been here before, King has been here before. Mott and Mullen are the debutants in the final.
Mott's got to get away from this bunch of, there's 4 athletes all together. He's got to get away from them so that he can start reeling in the outmarkers, and that's going to be the secret to this final.
Murray McPherson talking to the starters now in these last moments.
I don't want to see any movement into set position, just wait for the gun.
Well, this is Murray's last Stawell gift, and what a fantastic job Murray's done.
The 125th running of the Australia Post Stawell gift.
Walk your blocks.
The man in blue, Adrian Mott, almost an unbackable favourite.
Get on your marks.
Will it be a favourites gift in 2006, or will it be a giant upset? Silence at Central Park.
Set.
Away now, Mott, not a great start. Mullen began well. King and Robinson coming after him. Now Mott starting to come through in the middle. Buchanan running well. Mott's got them covered at the moment. It's going to be a favourites gift, and Mott wins arrogantly at the end. Mott from Robinson probably in second placing. He's broken the 12 seconds. Even time for a celebration before the line. The 20-year-old from Essendon, Adrian Mott, is the champion in 2006. And what a good move it was of his 1 year ago to cross the road from Central Park and go to the Gift Hotel, where he bumped into the 1991 winner Steve Brimacombe, who's guided him to this famous victory.
Well, and cause for celebration, and well done to Steve Brimacombe and well done to Adrian Mott. He didn't get a great start, Peter, but you can see here he's got the field covered, and once those afterburners go on, he is away, and Buchanan's trying to catch him, but well, 20 metres out he's starting to sing and dance, but he had that field covered, and I think he's probably, well, according to what my watch says, he's broken 12.
Brett Robinson in yellow will probably get second, really close for third between Rod Buchanan, who may have just got it over the lunging Chris Toohey. But here it is in isolation, and watch for the celebration. We don't see runners celebrate too often before the line here at Central Park, but what a lovely position for Adrian Mott to be in as he strides to the line. Let's hear from our winner in 2006, Adrian Mott, the 20-year-old from Essendon, with Ian Cohen.
Thanks very much, Peter. And here he is. He can't stop moving around. Adrian, you can't believe it. 11.98 it was the time.
Oh, I'm speechless. I'm on top of the world right now. I'm on cloud 9. Oh, Jesus. not saying, mate.
How much preparation? You were run out in the semis this time last year. This year, you are the champion.
Well, this is by far the greatest feeling in the world. You begin the questions, 6 months of commitment, dedication, sacrifices. You begin to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Oh, let me tell you, this is unbelievable.
Take us through the race from your point of view, the start all the way through to the showboating at the end on the way.
Well, I watched last week, Brimmer gave me a lot of his video tests, but saw his 1991 victory. And the show pony put his hands up 10 metres for the line. So I think, geez, I've got to top that somehow. So it's great.
Now, speaking of Steve Brimacombe, Brimmer coming here, the coach, the 1991 champion, and now you've gone and coached the champion as well. How does it feel for you? You're that pumped up as if you ran.
I'm more excited than when I won it, to be honest with you. It's just fantastic. It really is.
What did you see in him that last year? What talent did you see in him?
Oh, look, I saw him go down the semis and I just thought, well, this kid's just got so much talent, but it was pretty raw. And yeah, I just thought, geez, I'd like to, get a hold of him. And as it turned out, that's the way it was.
With so much favouritism, did you have to settle his nerves?
He's pretty level-headed. No, not really. No.
And what's in store tonight then?
Well, we're going to go back to where it all began, mate, and celebrate.
Sounds like it could be a big night at the Gift Hotel. Please put your hands together. Adrian Mott, the winner of the Australia Post Stall Gift. Steve Brimacombe, the coach who's already won it before.
A magnificent moment for the young man from Essendon and a great moment for the 1991 winner, now a winning coach here at Central Park. There is confirmation of the result, breaking the magical 12-second barrier. Adrian Mott in 11.98. Brett Robinson did get second in 12.18. Rod Buchanan third in 12.21. Chris Toohey fourth in his fourth final. Evan King, the veteran, in fifth, and Andrew Mullen, the outmarker, finished in sixth place. The presentation is coming up shortly. As we go to the break, let's relive the 125th running of this famous race. Away now, Mott, not a great start. Mullen began well. King and Robinson coming after him. Now Mott starting to come through in the middle. Buchanan running well. Mott's got them covered at the moment. It's going to be a favourites gift. And Mott wins arrogantly at the end. Mott from Robinson, probably in second placing. He's broken the 12 seconds. Even time for a celebration before the line. The 20-year-old from Essendon, Adrian Mott, is the champion in 2006. At just 20 years of age, Adrian Mott of Essendon has etched his name into the Stawell Gift history books. He is the 125th champion. It's time for the presentation. Our Master of Ceremonies is Ian Cohen.
Thanks very much, Peter. And of course, everyone here at Central Park, a big round of applause for everyone that competed in the final of the Australia Post Stall Gift, a terrific event, the 125th running. And I'd now like to welcome the President of the Stawell Athletic Club, Mr. Ian Laurie, to start the presentations.
Thanks very much. That was a very confident win, and I'd just like to call on Mr. Peter Lavers, Commercial Manager, Victoria and Tasmania, Australia Post, to make the formal presentations. Thank you.
Thank you. Australia Post has contributed to the 125th anniversary of the running of the gift by increasing the prize money from $32,000 to $40,000. We hope that this will continue to attract elite athletes from not only in Australia but from overseas to this unique regional event. Today we're here now to recognise the winner of the 2006 Australia Post Stall Gift, Adrian Mott. Congratulations, Adrian.
Oh, got a big check. Oh,
Best of luck with this $40,000 cheque.
Cheers, Jim.
Thanks very much, Peter. And Alison Irvine, who's going to present the sash on behalf of the Stawell Athletic Club.
Congratulations, Adrian. Well run, and hope you go on to bigger and better things in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause here, Adrian Mott. You're watching the 125th running of the Australia Post Stall Gift live on Network 10. More in just a moment.
And to the winner goes the spoils. Adrian Mott, the 20-year-old from Essendon, celebrating victory in the 125th Australia Post Store gift. And in the end, Chris, a worthy winner.
Absolutely fantastic. 11.98. And a great pedigree for going forward. Fantastic, absolutely brilliant run.
Stood up to the pressure really well, didn't he?
Oh yes, I thought that after his semi that he might succumb to the pressure, but he ran absolutely brilliantly.
And I guess the mood's going to be a little bit different when Steve Brimacombe and he cross the road to go to the Gift Hotel this afternoon.
They'll have an enormous time over there. It started there 12 months ago, and just a nice little bit of symmetry to finish it off.
As always, I've enjoyed your company in the commentary box. We'll see you in 12 months' time.
Thanks, Peter. It's fantastic to be at Stawell.
Chris Perry, the 1982 winner, joining us here at Stawell. So we hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Congratulations to the 20-year-old Adrian Mott from Essendon, the champion in 2006 in the Australia Post Store gift. From Peter Donegan, it's goodbye from Central Park.